I installed an oil catch can system to this already modified 1.4 TSI engine to prevent this from ever happening again.
Oh God.
Ew, Grandpa, you sharted!
What you're looking at here is what came out of my PCV valve when we unplugged it from my original turbo. Normally, this sticky sludge goes back through your intake manifold and ultimately leads to carbon buildup and potentially more serious problems later on down the line. Not just on my engine, but almost any direct injection engine. But thankfully, with almost any oil catch can system, this problem can be significantly reduced. I'd like to thank both DKU Performance and RTMG Performance for making today's video possible.
I feel like Santa Claus, bro. I believe that's for your Mrs. wife-to-be.
Yeah, she is misfiring pretty badly.
The missus or a car?
No.
Mrs. is misfiring. And then this one, bro.
This is for my car. This is honestly so much bigger than what it looked like in the pictures. This is a proper catch can.
What you say to your missus as well? Look at that, work of art.
All carbon, real carbon, not some fake stuff. Is that the drain?
No, this is a dipstick.
Oh, that's the dipstick. Lovely. Okay. Nice. How do you drain this thing? Do you know?
The littler ones have a little drain plug underneath.
Okay.
The full carbon ones, you have to take the top off. So you unbolt it all,
do these.
pop it off,
Okay.
and obviously clean inside. But it's all baffled. So what I tend to do, bit of brake cleaner, just clean the inside. You got like some little sponges in there that look like scarers. Every so often, just replace them. And all inside's baffled.
These look nice, man. Proper quality. The fume filter. This is a universal kit. This won't just fit my engine. This will fit your 2 litre EA 888.
113, nearly every bag. Brilliant piece of kit. I've got one on my 2 litre TFSI.
Available in many different colours to match your build, yeah.
Purple's the fastest colour.
Thank you very much for the parts, man. Shout out DKU, shout out RTMG. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it.
Bro, anything else, let me know.
Stick these everywhere. Hello, Bart. How you doing, man?
Not by yourself?
Very good. I'm just in Birmingham, mate. I've picked up the oil catch can system.
3 hours later.
It's not. It's incredible.
I'm joking.
It's the nicest oil catch can that money can buy. Yeah, that goes on there. You know it, man. You know it. This is the braided line.
Oh, yes, mega.
It's like a universal kit. Yeah, that's for Tia's car.
Yeah, that's very nice.
And then it was time to get this thing installed, but we really had only one option in terms of where this could fit, and it wasn't going to be here. It was most likely going to be in this empty spot. And initially I actually had it mounted here off of this screw, but that mount broke unfortunately after just one drive. But I think the better option is actually trying to remount it, not facing this way, but facing this way off of the fuse box cover. That could be it. I'll try and mount this with just the one screw, see if it's actually in the right spot. It's currently raining, which is not helping. However, this actually sits okay. It's about 24 and a half mil. Fingers crossed it still fits now that we got 2 screws on. Yeah, it still locks. Yo, that looks insane. Look at the carbon fiber, oh my God. So if any of you want to pick up the same one, I'll leave a link down below in the description. And if you have a SCIROCCO, I imagine your engine bay probably looks very similar to mine. If you had no idea on where you would mount yours, I'd say right here is a pretty good spot. So let's get the carbon fiber air intake cover back on here as well, back over the cone. Oh dear, where did that go? This is looking so damn nice. Oh my gosh. Just got to get all the braided lines in the right spots now. And I've got a plan for how I'm going to route all them. So that's the PCV valve off. Hey! So I've managed to get it routed underneath there. You literally can't even see it. It's all hidden underneath the intake pipe. And it comes out from underneath and it will go straight into there. Your ball. Oh no. Is your ball under there? Oh, what's this? What's this? Anyway, this is pretty much spot on. Vacuum line back on. That's about as far as we can pull it out, as long as we don't cut the carbon fiber or the actual catch can itself. If I hold it there, that's perfect. It's gone in okay. A few days later, I went to see Bart at APC to explain why someone like myself or you watching this video may want to run an oil catch can as well.
What I'm saying is not a gospel, but I think it has been proven through the years, especially on a direct injection like your car. You have nothing to clean the intake with, like on a normal port injection car. It literally clogs the intakes with carbon. So basically, if you remember when it was venting, you could see that.
Oh my god, like
could,
that was shocking how much awful came out.
Because that paint is slightly porous, it shows you how clingy this is.
Yeah.
So obviously that will build up over time. That's been on here for what? A very short period of time.
Yeah, and that's like...
Imagine 60,000 miles, 50,000 miles, 30,000 miles. It's going to be exponentially bigger time than this. So all that stuff is going to be gathering in your intake. Not only that, it's going to be superheated, so it's going to be more adhesive, and obviously will cling to the walls, and that's why you get that. That's why you need walnut blasting and stuff. So your EGRs and stuff like that is a joke. That's why you have baffles in here. The vapors have contained oil and some fuel particles that's not been perfectly burnt out. So all that gathers here. When you're going to fill it up and you're going to drain it, you will see the sludge. So essentially that sludge would have made its way back into the intake.
Yeah, and that is
no
good.
No.
Running something like this in any direct injection car would improve the lifespan of
100,000,000%. Look, I may be wrong, I'm not a scientist or anything, but we've seen it before, we've done it before. I've done it on my turbo cars.
And you don't have to get something as fancy as this.
You can even get them for like 50, 60 quid on eBay. You can build your own if you... All it is essentially little baffles in the container which will separate the fluids from the gases. I will get it done. I don't know what the cost of that is.
Yeah, that's about £300.
But it looks nice, it does the job, it will last forever.
Carbon, that's really what you pay for, I suppose, is like
the fitting.
It's made out of. This is also...
It's for a crankcase breather, yeah.
So it's a crankcase breather, and that's a PCV valve.
The PCV valve does exactly the same. You need to have some sort of venting. Because when the piston moves up and down, yes, what happens at the top comes out through the exhaust, but the turbulence in the crankcase itself causes pressure, so you want to remove the pressure. You know, on the drag race engines, we used to actually run vacuum pumps. On the crankcase, yeah, so they were venting it actively as the engine ran. So we're scavenging the excess pressure from the crankcases. You know what, nobody does it that way, because obviously it's another thing that can fail. If you wanted to run it, I would probably run it from that, because you have a spare extra gear on the pulley.
Oh yeah.
So you could run a vacuum pump on it. Yeah.
I think we'll revisit the topic of the oil catch can after maybe, I don't know, 10,000 miles or so, and then see what this thing actually picked up. This has honestly been super eye-opening, seeing the amount of sludge that came out of the positive crankcase ventilation valve, the PCV valve, when it was just pointing up into the ceiling of my bonnet and wasn't actually being rerouted back into the turbo after we'd done the whole big turbo upgrade. I saw firsthand what came out of there, and it just exploded all over my engine bay instead of going back into the turbo. And that alone, I think, would be convincing, at least to me, to get an oil catch can system installed, which thankfully we now have one, and all that stuff is no longer going to be rerouted back into our turbo, back through the intake, into the intake manifold, causing carbon buildup inside there. Now it's all going to be captured in the actual oil catch can, and chances are, unless you have an oil catch can that you've fitted to your car yourself, yours is just rerouting all that sludge back into your turbo, back into your intake, and causing carbon buildup, which will, like Bart said, likely reduce the lifespan of your engine, causing you to probably spend a lot more money on maintenance costs later on down the line, instead of like a £50, if not less, oil catch can system. But if you're already running an oil catch can system in your car, then watch this video next, where I go over every other modification I've done to my VW Scirocco GT. It might just give you some ideas on how you could take your own car to the next level.